my sophomore year, and I was forced to write a 10-page manual against my will. And it turns out that I really loved it. I went to districts and somehow managed to make it to states, and from there on, fell in love with the process, fell in love with the people.
I was in DECA in all 4 years, and I tried to compete in all 4 years. It really started off accidentally because in my course selection card, I just put it as one of those courses on the side where it's not one of the things you want. It's just like, oh, if I don't get in this class, I'll go here. So I did it, and I competed at districts. I won 4th place, then I went on to states, and I won 5th place. I also went to internationals that year. I didn't win, but it was a great experience, and it really helped me out for my future.
My older brother was in DECA. He wasn't really as involved, but because of that, I kind of was like, oh, I'll do it. I was really shy when I first came in freshman year. Hozier would make fun of me too for saying that most people wouldn't even know I was from the UK originally because I was so shy I didn't really talk. I was really involved, went to states all 4 years, went to 3 nationals, loved it, and that was kind of my DECA story, I guess.
My older brother was in DECA when I was in middle school, so I thought it was pretty cool. He went to all these different competitions and everything. I wanted to be a part of that. So as soon as I got to Cypress Bay at the annex, I signed up with DECA. I was in the class, and I made my way to competition multiple times, and it worked out.
I would say DECA was the single biggest thing that impacted my life in high school. I think I really grew up here, and I was able to be challenged in a way that I didn't find anywhere else at the school. I was able to grow and develop myself and really find my voice through these projects and through leadership roles, and really find my confidence that now I take into the business world and took with me to college.
It's impacted my life in a lot of ways. The people I've met, the friends I've made, but with different skills, I definitely say the most important one is public speaking. Before I did any competitions, I would have never done any public speaking, any presentations in front of classes. I always hated that. Now when I get a presentation, I'm like, yes, something I'm good at.
And by the end of it, I was a much better presenter, and that's definitely a life skill that I think everyone can gain from. And for sure, that definitely helped me get a job, I would say, because then directly correlates to you interviewing well and being more of an outgoing person to be able to network better and make a lot of connections like that. But it definitely had a huge impact on me and where I am now, for sure.
The lessons I learned impacts me greatly. I use some of the marketing stuff that I learned, but mainly it's the values that you learn. Hard work, dedication, teamwork, working with others, how to work through problems. If you don't know something, you go see someone, you see an advisor, they'll help you. There's always someone out there willing to help you, and I have learned that even in the workforce.
Just the whole nationals experience. You've worked so hard all year, you finally make it there, and you just have such a great time. Everyone's there, motivated and excited to be there. You get to do really crazy fun things at Hozier Plans. The chapter dinner is always emotional. There's always people crying and getting all emotional because of the experiences they've had so far, but overall, nationals, just being there is a great experience.
I think it's a two-way tie. One of my favorites was the first time we went to Islands of Adventure. I didn't like roller coasters at all. All the DECA members like, you gotta do this, do it, trust me, you won't regret it. And I'm like, I'm gonna regret it. Didn't, that was good. And then I also really enjoyed go-karting last year in Atlanta.
Competitions was a big deal for me. I really loved it. I mean, I think that is what I think everyone would say would be a DECA highlight for them, other than the people itself and the club itself, but being able to compete and kind of grow from that and gain that experience.
Sometimes just staying after school, working on stuff, that was kind of fun because something stupid always happened. Someone always cracked a joke, or just the people. The people were great.
We thought it would be funny to prank all the vans. So back in the day, we used to have each teacher had a van. So we decided to prank all the other vans and get ketchup and mustard and tag all the vans with our team logo. Little did we know that ketchup and mustard are extremely harmful for the paint of a car, so we were in a lot of trouble for the entirety of nationals trips.
Okay, my first state competition, my freshman year, they gave us actual lightsabers. So we're just in our hotel room. I'm pretty close to the advisor room this year, and I start hearing all this noise. So I open the door, and And I just see all the DECA members from Cyprus with their lightsabers in their hands just running into the advisor room. So I run in, and the first thing I see is Ryan Tala, and I see him going at it with Hosier with their lightsabers fighting, and Hosier just sits on him.
Hosier managed to break Graham's ribs in a wrestling fight. Yeah, I think it was Nationals at Anaheim.
We were going to States, and we were getting off the bus, and someone cracked a fat joke about Hosier. Right there when Hosier hurt him. So we go into Walmart. Hosier's walking against us, and we're going to cross paths. So there's like one of the support beams, and it's right there. So as the kid's passing it, Hosier like jams the cart against the kid and said, "I heard that joke. I heard that fat joke." He's like, "Is it funny now? Is it funny now?"
Thank you. You guys completely changed my life, and you've motivated me to become a better person and to always give my best to everything that I do.
Hosier especially, thanks for firing me when you did. Kind of set a fire to start working a lot harder.
To the advisors, everything you do is amazing. All the lessons I've learned have really grown me as an individual and have made me who I am right now in the workplace.
Shefi, Nascimento, and Hosier, you were all great. You definitely helped me along the way. Shefi, my senior year, I got to know you better. You definitely helped me out with all the testing materials that you provided. So thank you very much for that. Nascimento, my freshman year, you basically saved my project. You basically set me on the right path, so thank you very much for that. And Hosier, I mean, we had our ups and downs. There were days where you screamed at me. You had to kick my butt some days, and I really appreciate everything you've done for me. And I'm really, I hope you're happy with your daughter and your new family.
If you have the opportunity to get involved and be a leader, whether it's at competition or here at school, do it because you won't regret it.
Definitely take advantage of it. You won't regret it. Make the most of it. You make lots of great friends throughout it, and definitely just give it your all.
DECA is what you make of it. You can just take the class and not compete, and that's that. And you'll learn the material, but if you don't apply it, then you really won't learn from it, and that's where you get your true experience. And involvement is great. Like, you have to be involved. And beyond that, the skills you gain are so great.
Put as much time and effort into it as you want. What you put in is what you get out. So if you put nothing in, expect nothing.